Away we go. What a beautiful setting. The eyes of the footballing world are on Jeddah as the Spanish Super Cup final kicks off between Barcelona and Real Madrid. A Clásico to decide the first piece of silverware this season. 2-1, booking their place in this final. Here goes Vinicius. Challenge from Eric. And we have the first corner of the game. Sees it that way. And here is Rodrigo with the in-swinging corner. Punched away by Joan Garcia. It was a result that left them 5 points ahead of Barcelona. Real Madrid coming forward. Vinicius Junior! Unable to beat Joan Garcia. Koundé initially missed his challenge, and then Cubarsí did the same, which gave Vinicius the space in which to run. Spanish centre-backs. It's another in-swinger, and the handling from Joan Garcia. It is Lamine who is down. Clearly caught there on the top of his boot by Álvaro Carreras. It was late from the fullback, very late. Raining down with Barcelona in possession. Koundé finds Lamine, who accelerates. Into the centre it goes, away by Howson. Rafinha drives at goal. Plenty of power. Different winning goals against Barcelona. One of them in October. Two of them in stoppage time. Here again is that powerful strike from Rafinha. Barcelona's bet closed down by De Jong. Well won by Valverde. Forward by Rodrigo. Gonzalo is through. And he goes for goal. And in the end, it was a relatively tame effort. First time ball from Rafinha is a very good one. Pedri's into the box, looking for Fermin, who lifts it over the top. Excellent ball from Rafinha. And it was Lewandowski. Lamine first time. He finds Rafinha, who drags it wide. Really good chance. Game from Lamine Yamal. This first time pass. And he presented Rafinha there. Loose from Rodrigo. Here is Rafinha. Up against Tchouaméni. Rafinha! He's more than atoned. Because this is an outstanding finish. Who did have Lewandowski and Lamine in support, but he had eyes only for goal. Tchouaméni couldn't get close enough. Courtois simply couldn't reach it. And with his 10th goal of the season, Rafinha makes it Barcelona 1, Real Madrid 0. Lamine Yamal taking on Carreras, finding Fermin, who forces the save from Courtois. Control, and then it was Lamine who unlocked the defence. Fermin, Barcelona's goal scorer, Rafinha, who floats it up to Pedri. Pedri gives it to Lamine. Lamine! Another save from Courtois. Good spell this for Barcelona. Courtois so often Real Madrid counter-attack as Vinicius takes over and takes on Koundé with two in the centre. Really good run. Vinicius! goal since early October. So much criticism of his form. But here in the Super Cup final, Real Madrid with their backs to the wall. Defence into attack so quickly here. And it is all about Vinicius. He had 2 to beat. Then 3. Plus the goalkeeper. And he went beyond them all. It's a sparkling goal. And on the cusp of half-time, Madrid are level. Of the half. A half that Barcelona seemed to have under control. Can they re-establish their lead? Lewandowski's in! And Lewandowski has scored! Barcelona strike back! An extraordinary end to the first half, second of which was inch perfect. In off the post. Real Madrid weren't level for long. Barcelona back in front. They lead 2-1. And Robert Lewandowski has now scored in 4 consecutive Super Cup finals. So a chance for Real Madrid to try and find a second equaliser of the game. Rodrigo's outswinger is headed goalwards! And on the rebound, it is in! The most astonishing injury time at the end of the first half, in which we've seen 3 goals. Real Madrid level again on the biggest night of his life. He has found the back of the net. In off the crossbar. Howson's initial header miraculously saved by Rafinha. But despite losing his balance, Gonzalo kept his cool and has guided this in quite superbly. Joy for Xavi Alonso. Joy for Real Madrid. And there is the half-time whistle. A breathless climax to the opening half in Jeddah. Barcelona 2, Real Madrid 2. And here we go. Rodrigo with the first touch of the second half. And what a breathless end to the first half it was. Extraordinary. Seemed as if Vinicius go on to Vinicius Junior, who has so much space and power, and at the second attempt lifts his effort over the top. He nearly paid the penalty. He is unstoppable in this mood. Koundé didn't dare go to him, and there were 2 bites at the cherry. Joan Garcia equal to the first. For De Jong. Tries to get away from Camavinga. He's brought down by Bellingham. Is there a foul? There is, just outside the box. Did well here, Frankie De Jong. Caught by Bellingham. Rafinha, and it is too high. Effort down underneath the crossbar. Here goes Vinicius again. Come back to Rodrigo. Vinicius in the box. Vinicius! Tipped over the top by Joan Garcia. Faintest of touches from the Barcelona goalkeeper, well claimed. Garcia, who rolls it forward for Pedri, who was chased by Asensio, and out comes the yellow card. First caution of this final. He went to ground. Munuera is just trying now to take some control. It looks as if Eric has also been yellow carded, so I think it's 3 yellow cards in total. That is reckless and late, and no wonder the Barcelona players were incensed. To the path of Vinicius. And back to Rodrigo. And Vinicius. And Rodrigo! Just within reach for Joan Garcia. These two Brazilian stars combining so effectively. Barcelona's corner played short by Rafinha. That means crosses, a really good one. Palmed away by Courtois. Both he and Robert Lewandowski are coming off. A double change from Hansi Flick with Dani Olmo entering. And top goal scorer this season, Ferran Torres. The young Turkish star Arda Güler, 20 years of age, who steps on. He was initially listed in the starting 11, that was swiftly retracted. And here he is. Lamine inside to De Jong. Wide for Koundé. Low cross! Lamine on target, Courtois equal to it. Courtois, 18th Clasico appearance tonight. Very well. Olmo leaves it for Ferran. Has it back, and now Rafinha! Deflected! And Barcelona are back in front! With the help of a deflection. Telling one. And that small touch did enough to divert the ball out of Courtois' reach. A slice of fortune for Barcelona, who are back in front. Jewel. The stadium opened in 2014, renovated 2.5 years ago, one of the proposed venues for the 2034 FIFA World Cup. Not played. His cross is repelled. Ferran has lifted this forward for Rashford to chase. Ferran continues his run. Rashford may go alone. He's taking on one too many in the end. Couldn't get past Asensio. Wide by Mastantuono. And Lamine makes the clearance, but must... Carreras. Left by Mbappe. And the challenge is from De Jong. Martin goes Long, seeking Rashford. Good first touch from Marcus Rashford. And in the end, Asensio recovered well. Courtois came. Incidentally playing the Classico for the first time tonight. Mbappe doing the defending and doing it very well. He's left Lamine Yamal on the turf. Here come the step-overs, insides De Jong. And it's straight red! Frenkie de Jong is sent off. And Barcelona are reduced to 10. Here is the free kick that Mbappe won, taken by Goulet. Infield, but it's in a... Because the player who will come on is Ronald Araujo at Chelsea. Lamine Yamal is withdrawn. Defensive change necessary after the red. Ferran sweeps it into space and Rashford will latch onto this. Will he go for goal? Two are trying to join him. Rashford! That would have sealed it. Substitution. Goulet. Mbappe to Goulet, Ceballos, and the chance fell to Carreras. Really good opportunity for Real Madrid to equalise. Carreras. This may be their last chance, and here is their star man, Kylian Mbappe, taking over, lifting it. Mastantuono has won a corner. Balde celebrates his block. And Thibaut Courtois coming forward. Arda Güler striding across to take the set piece. Now or never for Real Madrid. They equalised twice in first half stoppage time. Goulet swings it in. Mbappe centres, and there's the chance! And the header was firm. Header. The Super Cup is over, and Barcelona are the champions. They have beaten Real Madrid by 3-2. They finished the final with 10 players after a straight red card for Frenkie de Jong. 2 goals from Rafinha and 1 from Lewandowski have done the damage. Barcelona win the first title of the season. They defend their crown. It is their 4th trophy under Hansi Flick. Real Madrid equal. And there it is. Spanish Super Copa. This competition founded in 1982. There were other versions of it prior to that in the 40s and 50s. The first ever winners were Real Sociedad, but the team with most titles is Barcelona. Barcelona with 16 now. Time now for the refereeing team to receive their silverware, led by José Luis Munuera Montero. So the refereeing team is José Luis Munuera Montero, as well as Daniel Trujillo on VAR, Íñigo Prieto and Martínez Moreno, the assistant referees, and Quintero González, the fourth official. Time now for Real Madrid to step forward. It is runners-up for Los Blancos for the second year running in the Super Cup. Up now. 3 of the last 4 finals. First taste of this competition. Dean Howson this week, seen to Franco Mastantuono. Same applies to Gonzalo Garcia, who is among the goals. And there is Kylian Mbappe. Rudiger not fit enough to play tonight. Ferland Mendy was not named among the substitutes. It was Jude Bellingham, 3 previous winning goals against Barcelona, not to be tonight. No minutes for Trent Alexander-Arnold in either the semi-final or the final. And there is Real Madrid's club captain, Dani Carvajal, who hasn't featured due to injury. Time for Barcelona to step forward, led by Hansi Flick. An embrace with his president, Joan Laporta. First trophy with Barcelona for Rooney Bargi. More silverware for the likes of Olmo and De Jong. There is Gavi, out with a knee injury. Chesney was sent off in this fixture last year. Balde scored in the final last year. Young Marc Bernal receives his medal. And Barcelona prepare to lift the first trophy of the season. Some of the youngsters there Tommy Marquez, Dro, Jeffra Torrens, Diego Kochen, and another youngster, Lamine Yamal, followed by who returned to action tonight. And the 2026 Super Cup champions of Football Club Barcelona. Barcelona lift the first trophy of the season, hoisted